Good morning. I'm just sat here. The sun hasn't decided whether it's going to come out today or whether it's going to stay hidden, but the garden's now fully awake and it's bursting with goodness. I've just split the ginger and mint plant and I've got 3 plants from it, so I'm going to take that one to a daughter who's doing the garden project, and I shall have a little walk with you around the garden. There's the little feeding out for the dicky birds and the pots. We've had no luck this year with the sweet peas. They're just little poor little pathetic looking things. If you're not much of a gardener but you really would like to do gardening, my easy recommendations for the first few flowers to buy would be the daisies original. That can suffer drought, can suffer most things, to be honest. That one's a bit covered up by the other easy one I'd recommend, geraniums. You get them in the purpley colour and the pink colour. They more or less look after themselves. So I would start, if I was doing a garden myself, with a Rigeron, geraniums and the small poppies that self-seed. And the other one I'd definitely use is ferns. You can more or less plant those and they'll just look after themselves. So just take you on a little wander through. This is the umbrella tree. Because we usually cut it in the shape of an umbrella, but it's got to have its first cut of the year. And see, everything's just coming on really nicely. We just laughed at this group. We didn't plant these, they planted themselves, these lupins in that Rigeron. Lovely daisies. So it all looks very, very luscious and it's all coming up. What I tend to do as well is, with me doing the pots, I'll move pots around where there's gaps in the garden. So you know, if something hasn't come into full flower yet, just pop a pot of plants there and it'll brighten the area up. This is a dark area which we've really struggled with for quite a while, so we're going to try to get this little bit of the garden tidied up soon. I've always struggled with this pot. I love these, I have no idea what they're called, but they remind me of little fairy castles when they pop open. And again, I use pots in dark areas where nothing grows, so I can put the pots in the shade for a little while and then I'll move them around. I need to do some weeding down there. So they'll stay here for a while and then they'll be moved on. So it's now really coming into its own, and I'll show you Big Bertha. She's my pride and joy. I do love, I didn't mention hostas in me easy to grow, but hostas are fantastic. You know, just look after them, give them a nice spot. You know, people say they like the shade. Here's Bertha, full sun all day, and just simply glorious. So, washing basket, there's always bits, isn't there? So, that's my favourite spot to sit over there. That's nice, but I just like the ease of that one. We're being very presumptuous in those use of the canes for those terrible wee little sweet peas, but you never give up opening a garden. That's what it's all about.